jurisdiction of the Ministry of Finance. The Commission has the responsibility to coordinate and organize Nigerians in and from the diaspora to contribute human capital and resources, including other expertise, for the development of Nigeria and its constituent states. Since its establishment, how much database of Nigerians in various fields and their potentialities has the Commission harnessed? And to what extent has Nigerians been used as a resource base for Nigeria and the world? With the prevailing coronavirus pandemic making countries to shut down their borders, what are the consequential effects of COVID-19 on Nigerians in the diaspora, especially on their remittances to Nigeria? This is our focus on this edition of Platform with Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, National Diaspora Commission. She had the honor of introducing the bill for the establishment of the Nigerian Diaspora Commission in 2011 when she was the chairperson, House of Representatives Committee on Diaspora Affairs. A three-term member of the House of Representatives, at the National Assembly in 2015. She was appointed senior official advisor at the Buhari. Before joining politics, Nigeria's first chairman of the Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri. Welcome.
Thank you. Deeply.
Thank you very much. Thank you too for coming. I know you are a very busy person, but we will not take too much of your time. We'll go straight to the protocols and then go straight to the issues. As usual, we have on the panel corner Usman Aliyu, who heads our desk.
He's glad to be on the platform, Kudu.
And of course, the very regular panelist, Ruth Aguilera.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Abike Dabiri, thank you once again for coming. And studios is not new to you. We'll come to that much later. But let's talk about the coronavirus, which appears to be, should be very dear to you, because if you deal with Nigerians in diaspora, and the coronavirus is something that is happening from Wuhan in China, spreading all over the world, and of course, what will you say? What are the Nigerians in diaspora telling you?
It's sad actually. It's unbelievable. I mean, we just found ourselves in this and it's not about those Nigerians in the diaspora. Every one of us, even here, we need to be very, very careful. It's unbelievable. But let's start with Wuhan, where it all started, and we had about quite a number of students in Wuhan, between 50 and 60, and they sent a distress call to the commission, to the ministry, to the listen. What do we do? What do we do? But I love our students in Wuhan. They were very sincere. It was like, it wasn't about, everybody was panicking. Should they be evacuated? Some people said, federal government, bring them home. But that's not really what they wanted. What they were saying is, Chinese government really took good care of them. They had to isolate them, but they needed some funding. Help us. And they didn't lie. Just $500 per person, because the Chinese government gave them everything. You know, food, medical, but they needed some money to maybe buy masks, paracetamol, and all the instructions of Mr. President were able to send the money to them. And they wrote a letter of appreciation and gratitude. So I'm glad that we reached out to them and we listened to them when they requested from their government. And we're glad that no Nigerian in China got affected. And then here we are. For Nigerians all over the world, particularly in Europe and America, it's been tough. New York virtually is in lockdown as I speak. And just this afternoon, I spoke to some Nigerians in New York and Las Vegas. Las Vegas is basically empty. But there's one thing that is key: discipline. When they say don't go out, don't go out. When they say don't shake hands, don't shake hands. When they say quarantine for 14 days, you know what that means? even in your room, you are locked up in your room. You're not supposed to go out and even talk to members of your family in your home. And that awareness needs to be replicated back home in our country as we move to tackle it. So it's been tough for Nigerians in the diaspora. For instance, just yesterday, Nigerians in Sudan were stranded at the airport in Khartoum. They had their tickets, but the country said you're going nowhere. So they kept sending distress signals. But as I speak with you today, we thank God that they will be returning 7:45 p.m. back to their country, because the ministry intervened, the embassy intervened, and we were able to get them to say, let them come back to their country. From places like UAE and some other countries, I can't really be very certain, but I got messages of, they said, just go back to your country. And then when it's time you come back, we can pay for you and all that. But when we get those distress, we do intervene. But right now, it's tough for Nigerians all over the world. There are some who have traveled and are stuck there. They don't have the money to continue staying where they are, and they're stuck. There's a lockdown, they can't leave. But we're in touch with them, and it's a tough situation for everybody. Now, some have complained that, oh, the missions, we spoke to, even the missions are in lockdown. They can't leave their homes either. So it's a tough situation, but our message is at this point in time, listen to, even for all of us here, wherever we are, listen to the advice, the medical advice. Let's avoid contact, minimal contact, wash our hands regularly, keep a distance, and anybody that has had contact, gone to all these places, just isolate yourself for 14 days.
That would be the immediate.
As a measure of responsibility and as a measure of sacrifice. So Nigerians in the diaspora, nobody is stopping you. Come home if you want to, but go into isolation for 14 days.
Talking about that, I know you have many associations, the business community, the students, the experts in the diaspora. This is the time that you have to be talking to them about this issue when they are coming home. Is there any communication with this association so that they will know what to do when they come back home?
One of the things I did this afternoon was meeting with some of those associations, and I think every one of us, there should be massive awareness. The good thing is they are in the diaspora. There's a lot of awareness, so we can't say we don't know what to do, or we can't say they don't know what to do. We can't say, like, we're here in the rural area, you're not getting any information. So they know what to do. The key thing is, are we ready to do them? So yes, there's information, there's awareness, but we won't stop tired of community. And then, you know, the good thing, this association
is trying to say is, has the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or your commission established a platform, a social media platform, for example, to keep them informed on what to do, what not to do when they arrive or when they want to come? Absolutely.
You know, nowadays with social media, in fact, the platforms are too many. And each group has, you know, they all have various platforms. The key ones are the Sudan one, which has been solved. The guy who said, well, they're driving us from UAE, which we can't really verify, but we're working on. These are the key ones. So the other countries of Europe, we're watching as it goes, but as it comes, we'll deal with them.
Well, this issue of data, do you tell these Nigerians in diaspora that you need this data because you want to give them information for them to come back and invest? Or what do you really tell them? Because you have to have a message that will make them respond positively.
Stroke and epilepsy. People are coming from South Africa, from Morocco, from other parts of Africa to get treated there. Now, a lot of people don't know about it. We didn't know about it until we went to Imo State. And he came from the diaspora, and he said to me, what else can I do but do something back home? He's one of the best in his field in America, but he left all that. He still goes and comes, but he's built something there. If you have a little stroke and epilepsy today,
good to have you join us on the news on NTA International. I'm Comfort Amadou. Let's begin with the headlines. President's situation with COVID-19 spread in Nigeria. Lagos State government unveils emergency food response for local areas to cushion effect. In our details of the report, as President Muhammadu Buhari this Saturday summoned the Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Henry, and the Director General Nigerian Center for Disease Control, Dr. Chikwe Hikwazu, for briefing as cases of coronavirus pandemic continue to rise in the country. Cases rose Saturday
with 399 deaths, while 1,508. The number of coronavirus fatalities in Iran has surged to over 2,517 as health officials announced over 139 new deaths in the past 24 hours. Health Ministry spokesperson Kianosh Jianpoa said